Sigmund Freud is quoted as saying that everybody should be psychoanalyzed, right? I promised to show you my book collection, so that I will do right now. Some of them anyway. And since the prior subjects were on humor, I want to show you a book from 1944 that my father had. I was very impressed by this book as a young kid at 4 years old, right? The name of the book is Cartoon Cavalcade, all right? And the publishing date is 1944, if you can see it, all right? And of course, I have nosy neighbors who are very lonely people. And as soon as they hear me talking, they have to come and find out what I'm talking about. This is the kind of paper that the book was printed on. Even in 1944, this was very impressive to me. It's a sort of an apology. It says the appearance of the book in wartime. All right? It's printed on very thin paper for the war effort. All right? Now, one of the cartoons that impressed me at 4 years old was this cartoon, because my parents were, or at least my father was very religious. The cartoon says, on the caption, "The first New England pie." It says, "Forsooth, Excellency, she must be a witch. She hath put the contents without breaking the crust." Alright? And I thought that was very funny when I was younger, at 4 years old. Okay. Now, let's go to another cartoon. This, of course, there's a lot of cartoons in the book, but this is a picture of a new theater for Flo Ziegfeld. And it says, at the caption, "Suggested design for a theater for Flo Ziegfeld." I thought that was very funny at 4 years old. All right. Now, if I can find another page. This woman here is impressed by a new automobile, and it says "Jilted." And if you will look in the corner here, there's a horse with his head hanging down. Apparently the horse was jilted for a automobile. I thought that was very funny in 1944. Okay, now the point of this is a cartoon of Little Nemo. That prepared me for the psychedelic revolution, because Little Nemo used to have dreams, right? And his dreams were really psychedelic, at least from the 1960 point of view, all right? My father used to buy the Sunday newspaper, the colored comics, and he'd drop them down in front of us. Little Nemo was not in the comics then. Little Nemo had long since disappeared from the comic strips. But this old book on humor impressed me very much, and I recalled it in the 1960s. And because of that, I went out and bought a book of Winsor McCay, who was the comic illustrator for Little Nemo. And if you will look at the pictures on the book in the front cover, you will see how psychedelic it really was. There's Little Nemo flying around on his bed with long legs walking down the street. And that is a shadow of the camera. Alright, there's Little Nemo. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to post a link to Little Nemo because he impressed me so much in the psychedelic 1960s. And I think you'll come to the same conclusion, that Little Nemo was very psychedelic.